The company sent me this graduation cap cookie cutter to try out. You can get this one by itself or in a set with another cookie cutter that I think is like a diploma and then one with a graduation gown. But this one by itself is enough to do graduation cookies if you're having a party. You can decorate this in a couple of different ways, which I'll show you. And this is a pretty easy cutter to use. There are a couple of tricks, and this little piece could get tricky. You need to use a good cookie dough recipe, and I'll put the link to mine in the description of this video so you can go check that out. But let's see how these worked and how I decorated them. To get started, I put some flour on parchment paper, and I'm going to roll these out and leave them on the parchment paper. I'm not taking them off. So I want them not to stick, but I also don't need to do a ton of flour. But I'm going to use some a rolling pin and some 1/4-inch dowels to make sure that I don't roll the dough too thin. And you really do want a dough that does not spread too much. This was not my recipe that I used. I used a different recipe, and they spread a lot. So I'll show you what to do if that happens, because you lose the shape of the cookie. But this way you can roll them out and leave them on the paper instead of moving them from the paper to the cookie sheet, which can stretch them and change the shape also. So you're going to put a little flour on the cookie cutter just to make sure it doesn't stick, and leave a little bit of space in between the cookies as you're cutting them. But depending on how much your dough spreads, this might not really matter. And you might end up having to do what I did, and I had to reshape them. And you probably will have to reshape cookies a little bit if it's a shaped cookie. Now this is the trick. When you put it on the parchment paper and you roll it out, you can remove the dough from around the cookie as opposed to moving the cookie from the sheet onto the cookie dough and onto the cookie sheet. And it just keeps it from spreading and stretching the shape. And it's just a lot easier to maintain that shape if you have a good dough. Now this is what happened when I baked them. So they did spread a lot more. You lost the shape completely. So I had to go back in with the cookie cutter. After these cooled a little bit, you can just put it on the paper and press down on the cutter and kind of shake it, just wiggle it a little bit, and it should come off. If it's still too hot, it might not come off. So you just need to let them cool off a little bit, but not enough so that they're completely hard. You want them to still be a little bit soft. And the only thing that you have to be careful of with this is that you have to take them out very carefully. And I'll show you on this one. If they're the right temperature, you can just shake them, keep the scraps. Keep a bowl of cookie scraps, your family will love you. So just shake it, jiggle it a little bit, and it should come right off. See, it's coming off at the bottom. And see that little notch part where the little tassel section goes? That's really important that it comes off cleanly, because it just makes the cookie look better. But once you get that, you just very carefully remove it from the cookie cutter, because if it's still warm, it might break. And that's the hard part with that little tassel section. That's the one section you want to watch out for. But that'll give you a pretty clean cut. Now, after they are completely cooled, you can come back in and cut them with a little scissors just to trim off any rough edges. And you probably won't need to do this too much if you keep the shape the way that I just showed you with the cookie cutter, but just kind of brush off the rough edges there. And if there are any sections like this where it didn't come out, just very carefully remove it. That section might break off if you handle it too roughly. Now we're going to do the royal icing, and I know the contrast on this is really high, but you want this icing for the first round to be very stiff because we're going to be piping outlines. And the outlines on here are going to go around the shapes on the cookie, and I just put a little wet paper towel over 3 bowls because I want the icing to stay, not dried out. So first I'm using the gold AmeriColor food coloring. I'm just going to mix some of this in because that's one of the colors that I want to use. And we're going to use that for tassels and stuff. And then this is the super black. And this looks really gray, but it does dry darker. So get it as dark as you need to. But don't worry if it looks more like a really dark steel gray than black, because it will dry a little bit darker and it looks fine when it's dry. The AmeriColor gives you a really good color. All right, then you're going to take a little cookie, a piping bag. I have a piping bag with round tip, like a small round tip, probably like a 3 at the most, a 3 up to a 5. I wouldn't use much more than a 3. And it has the bag, it's over my hand, and I'm just trying to get off as much icing as I can. This is just for the outline, so you want to put enough in so that you're not going to have to add more, because you can, but once you alter the icing for the run out part to color it in or to fill it in, it's not going to work for outlines anymore. But you want to outline the shape, and this is the shape, and you might want to just go online and look for the shape of the cookies, but this is basically the top of the cap kind of tilted down, and then the base of the cap comes down here, and this is where it goes on your head. So you would just want to outline all of the shapes and the colors that the final cookie is going to be, and that little section on the side is where the tassel goes. So I'm going to do that, but then I'm also going to do some where I'm using that tassel section. Instead of the tassel, it's going to be like a little ribbon on the finished cookies. And I'll show you what that looks like in a bit. But if you're going to do that, then you just pipe it a little bit differently. Do the ribbon part first, and then you're going to go back in and outline it the same way as you did the first one, with the top of the cap looking down, kind of tilted a little bit, and then the bottom. And see that break on the side there? Just fill it in. This is not brain surgery. You can fix your mistakes. It's okay, it'll work. So if you've never done this before, it's not that hard. You just want this icing to be very stiff. And this is the next part that you could mess it up. So start with a tiny bit of water. I probably used about a half teaspoon to start. And you're going to mix this into the icing to make the run out part of the icing, which is going to go and fill in the cookies. Now you want to let those outlines dry before you do this. So that's why I had the little paper towel over the icing cup, just to keep it from drying out. And it's a wet paper towel. It's damp, not drippy, but it's wet. You want to get this icing to the consistency where if you drip it in, and I'm trying to show you, the line of the icing will kind of sink into itself in maybe 5 to 8 seconds. You don't want it to just sit there because that's too stiff, but you don't want it to just immediately disappear because that icing is going to be too runny and it will never dry. It'll just take forever to dry. Once you get it to a good consistency, just put a little blob, and I used a spoon. You can use a piping bag if you want for this, and some people will use a scribe. If you do a lot of cookies, there's special tools you can use, like a little pointy scribe to kind of push things in. I'm just using the spatula. You don't need to get special tools for this. Just put the icing in each section one at a time and carefully spread it out. And you're going to get it into those little corners by using the side of the spatula, or you can take a fork and kind of push it in there. Just be careful, and this is why you want to let that outline dry first. You want it to be relatively solid so that when you're filling it in, it's not going to break and collapse. So it acts like a little dam for the wet icing. And this is going to fill in, and it'll eventually settle, so it'll look kind of rough when you put it in there, but when it dries, it will settle and it will level itself off and it will look good. And that, I'm just putting a tiny dab of icing there. So you want to do this for all of the shapes, like the main shapes, and then go back after that sets a little bit, go back and do the other sections that are a little bit smaller, and same thing, just push it into the shapes. And you will see when you're done, and I think I picked this cookie up to show you, but you will see the outlines in the different shapes. So even though it looks like it's all black, because you outlined each section, it is going to look a little bit distinct. And once I get this filled in, I'll show you. So you can still see each shape, even though it is filled in. Now you're going to let these sit and dry overnight, or at least for a few hours, because you want this to be pretty solid before you go in and pipe on the decorations. And when you go back in, you can pipe on tassels. And again, find some graduation cookies online and look to see how they look, and then decide what you want to do. I use that ribbon section on a couple of them to pipe on the year. You can pipe the year onto the cookie. And this is like, there's a button on the top of the cap, and then the tassel comes off of that, and it sits on that little section of the cookie cutter that is separate on the side. So that's what that's for. You can also get molds and use fondant to make the tassel. You can do candy clay and just decorate these however you want. It's just a fun way to have a little extra special thing at the party. You could put kids' names on it if you're doing like a high school graduation and you have people coming. But just go ahead and have fun with this. There's no rules. You can decorate these however you want. The cookie police are not going to come get you. Have fun.